Diglett can fly. No, strike that. Dugtrio can fly. Both Diglett and Dugtrio can soar through the skies and fly just as well as a Doduo can. Yeah, and Doduo can fly too, along with Dugtrio. So if you guys are interested in how this theory actually is true and how it works, you stay tuned, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hello, and welcome back to Pokemon Theory, the show where Professor Oak really isn't a professor, and going to the gym doesn't mean pumping iron. Unless you're in Dewford Town, which is a literal gym. Pokemon is pretty infamous for some crazy stuff happening. You might be playing the game and say to yourself, there's no way that just happened. And we're not just talking about game mechanics or maybe an NPC that's getting a little bit too lucky. I'm talking about like the anime, the game, the manga, movies. Pokemon's pretty crazy when it comes to its own series and its own logic. But there's nothing more crazier than seeing a Doduo soar to the sky. Or a Dugtrio even. But hey, that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about Diglett. You know, the mole. The mole in the ground. He's in the ground. He's a ground type. It makes a lot of sense. Moles don't fly. How can a mole fly? Yeah, Diglett and Dugtrio can fly. Using methods like hacking or Game Shark, possibly glitching, or using moves like Metronome and Mimic, they can essentially learn the move Fly and fly to the sky. You can see it on things like Pokemon Stadium, which may leave your mouth agape because you're literally not believing what's happening. And oh, by the way, that explains exactly what's under Diglett. Nothing. There's nothing under Diglett and Dugtrio. You're probably saying to yourself, you know, that's not exactly a good explanation. That's not exactly a 100% canon, fam. I'm not really satisfied with that. Hey, I got you. Don't worry about it. In the entries that have you going to the Alola region, Pokemon Sun and Moon, there is a move that you can teach your Dugtrio. It's called Supersonic Sky Strike. It's a Z move, in fact. And in order to do the Z move, you need to do yourself a little dance, and then you are going to be losing your mind as you watch Dugtrio fly to the sky and attack the enemy. That is indeed, yes, what you are seeing, a Dugtrio in the sky. He has no wings. He's got no levitation mechanics going on. He is just literally soaring through the air. One might say he's flying. No, that's not true. He's just falling with style. Over on Earthbound, there's a mole that I believe Dugtrio and Diglett are based off of. It's called a mole playing rough. The key is in the name. Mole playing rough. Isn't play rough a Pokemon move? Yeah. It's a little bit too coincidental, right? And wouldn't you know it, the mole playing rough, he attacks by scratching you with claws. And what move can Diglett and Dugtrio learn? Scratch and slash. So you can think what you want, ladies and gentlemen. I think Earthbound has a great influence on Pokemon. I believe that when we see crazy things like Diglett and Dugtrio going and soaring through the sky, it's the spirit of Iwata coming out in Pokemon and his fun that he added to the game when they were initially developing it. And I believe that spirit has carried over throughout all the generations. So what do you think about this theory, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think Diglett and Dugtrio actually can fly? Or do you just think it's falling with style? Do you think a Z move even counts as flying? Or do you think this is just something completely different, like Dugtrio catapults itself in the sky and just falls? You let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like and share this with everyone you know. And I'm on the road to 1 million subscribers, and you can make that dream a reality just by clicking the subscribe button. So I'll see you guys in the next Pokemon Theory. Hopefully it'll be just as ridiculous and just as fun.